Have you ever wondered how websites load when you type their names in the browser? It's all thanks to something called a DNS server. Today, I'll explain what DNS is and how it works in the simplest way possible. DNS stands for Domain Name System. Think of it as the Internet's phone book. Just like you save phone numbers under names in your phone, DNS helps computers find websites using names instead of numbers. Computers don't understand website names like google.com or facebook.com. They use IP addresses, which are like phone numbers. DNS translates the website name into an IP address so your browser knows where to go. Let's break it down step by step with a simple example. When you open your browser and type google.com, your computer asks a DNS server, "Hey, what's the IP address for google.com?" The DNS server checks its records, and if it knows the answer, it provides the IP address. Once your computer has the correct IP address, it connects to Google's servers and the website loads. There are different types of DNS servers working together to find the right IP address. The Recursive Resolver is the first DNS server your computer contacts. If it doesn't have the answer, it asks other servers. The root server acts as the top-level directory of the Internet, guiding requests in the right direction. The top-level domain server helps locate websites based on their domain endings, such as .com, .net, or .org. Finally, the Authoritative Name Server provides the final answer, giving your computer the exact IP address of the requested website. Now, let's explain this with an example. When I search for gto.unc.edu on a local computer's web browser, the computer first checks its own cache to see if it already has the IP address for the domain. If I have visited the site before, the cache may contain the IP address, allowing the computer to retrieve it quickly without needing to make an external DNS request. Your computer doesn't know the IP address of this website, so it asks a DNS server to find it. The request first goes to the recursive resolver usually provided by your ISP or Google's public DNS like 8.8.8.8. If the recursive resolver already has the IP address in its cache, it gives the answer immediately. If not, it starts looking by asking other DNS servers. Since the recursive resolver doesn't have the answer, it sends a request to the root server. The root server does not know the exact IP address of www.gto.unc.edu, but it knows where to find .edu websites. In response, the root server says, "I don't know the IP, but ask the .edu TLD server," and provides the location of the .edu TLD server. The recursive resolver now contacts the TLD server responsible for .edu domains. This server doesn't know the exact IP address of www.gto.unc.edu, but it knows where to find websites under unc.edu. In response, the TLD server says, "I don't know the IP, but ask the unc.edu name server," and provides the location of the unc.edu name server. Next, the recursive resolver contacts the Authoritative Name Server for unc.edu. This server does know the exact IP address for www.gto.unc.edu. In response, the authoritative server says, "The IP address for www.gto.unc.edu is 152.2.123.45. Now that the recursive resolver has the correct IP address 152.2.123.45, it sends it back to your computer. Your browser then uses this IP address to request the web page. The web server for www.gto.unc.edu processes the request and sends back the website content. Finally, the page loads on your screen. That's how DNS works. Simple, right? Next time you type a website name, remember that a DNS server is working behind the scenes to make it happen. Thank you for watching.